Man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. So basically, I'm being told that I throw fuel to the fire and that I'm not helping. That my comments and my statements are causing more harm than good. And that the I poke white people poke us back and forth situation that's going on is only gonna end badly. I want to know how much more badly can it get for us? We the ones dying. Ain't nobody killing white people. Cops ain't shooting white people like they shooting us. Yeah, I know statistically white people are shot more than black people, but see, in this nation, there's 60% of the population. They supposed to be. That's the way they're supposed to be. You see, but when we are 16, 15% of the population, and for the number of us being shot close to them being shot, what you have to understand is ratios. We're being shot at 4 times the rate that they're being shot, which means that when in an altercation with a police officer or in close proximity to a police officer, you know what I'm saying, when y'all dealing with each other, you are 4 times more likely to be shot. The question is why? And people keep telling me that my statements are causing more harm than good. Again, I say, what harm can come to a people who's already being killed, who's already being economically disenfranchised? What harm can come to a people whose entire culture has been stripped from them? We don't have no culture. You listen to this bullshit ass radio, and then you turn around from Power 92 and 106.5 to Q94 and one of the other stations like Light 98 or some Kids Bop shit. Look at the messages that they deliver to our children that they deliver to theirs. See, we don't control the content distribution, they do. So when I say that they giving us poison all goddamn day long, and because I call them out for it, I'm causing more harm than good. What more harm can come to a people who are being killed? The only thing that can happen is equality. With what? What can they do to us? People say, oh, you can get yourself in trouble, brother. You're posting pictures of yourself with guns like that. I'm already in trouble. My skin black. I'm already in trouble. The fuck are you saying? What more harm can come to me? When I was born with this complexion and within the constraints of the borders that you call this great nation, let me tell you something. To all my brothers who are in the United States military, who took an oath to protect the United States Constitution from all threats, both foreign and domestic, you are a fucking coward if you can stand there and put on their fucking uniform but not fight for your people. You can walk around and aid in the oppression of others, but you can't fight for your people. And you tell me that I'm wrong. Because I call out the motherfuckers who tell you to carry out those orders of oppression. When the National Guard gets called out there, and you got people who are unarmed being shot, I don't give a fuck if it's live rounds or motherfucking simulated ammunition. I don't give a fuck if it's ammunition, live rounds, rubber bullets. You have people who are being shot that are not armed. When the National Guard gets called in, are they protecting the shooters or the people being shot? You motherfuckers are weak. You're weak and you're spineless and you are cowards. And if you are fathers, if you are black men and you do not understand that there's no in between with this shit, either you are for the liberation of your people by whatever means that is. Either you are for the liberation of your people or you are complacent. And if you are complacent, your silence is consent. And I cannot ally myself with anybody who gives consent to what's being done to our people. And I say our people because there is a difference. I don't see no motherfucking red birds running out here worrying about what the bluebirds is doing. There's a difference. The difference exists. I don't believe in saying I don't see color. That's like me telling a woman I don't see sex. I don't see that when she's struggling with them bags, that it's my duty as a man to stand up and help her. I don't see that when a woman is in need, it is my duty as a man to step in and do what I need to do. I don't see that when she goes to go into a door, I'm going to let that motherfucker slam in her face because guess what? There's supposed to be this equality. You motherfuckers don't understand there's beauty in difference. There's beauty in difference. So to the question that am I a racist? Let's redefine. See, because we can redefine shit all goddamn day. The word gay used to mean happy. Now it identifies a people and their sexual preference. The word punk used to be a piece of tree bark. Now it's a derogatory term to those people I just now mentioned. So words can be redefined on a day-to-day basis. That's the power of language. We can do that. we can redefine what things mean. And I'm going to go ahead and redefine for you what racism and racist means to me. You see, it is, in my opinion, perfectly fine to be a racist when you follow my slogan. My slogan is, I don't condone in bigotry or hatred. Our progression is not dependent upon the regression of others. See, but you got the game fucked up. When you hear me say that I'm a racist, because I'm going to tell you right now, I'm openly proud to say that I'm a racist, but it's never at the regression of others. It's not dependent upon the regression of others. When I say that I'm a racist, I mean that I want my people to do better. I want to strive. I want to see my people do better. I want when the name Keyshonda, I want when the name Kelmisha, I want when the name Shaniqua, I want when the name Shaquana, I want when the name LaDasha shows up on an application, it's not treated any different than when Billy, Becky, and Rebecca and all those other types of names are on there. See, because Ahmed can put his name on a motherfucking application, and that's okay in the information technology field. Why? Because they dominate that. They can do that. The only time a black name is okay was when it's on the back of a motherfucking jersey. That's the only time you cool with a black name. See, that's what I mean by when I say I practice racism. When I say I practice racism, just like I stated in my previous video, a motherfucking Asian can do that all goddamn day. And I don't mean motherfucking, I'm just a little upset right now, so I'm not trying to, I'm saying, down nobody. I'm just saying, when you go into that Chinese restaurant, you pick up that Chinese food, they practicing racism. Because when I look back, that bitch ain't nobody but them. And that's what I want for us. I want for us to be able to go in our communities, and we own that. Shabibi, Alibaba own every motherfucking thing in our neighborhoods. Caucasians own everything in our neighborhoods. Everybody else get to practice racism in our shit at our expense but us. We the only motherfuckers that ain't racist enough. And again, when I say that we are needing to be racist, I don't mean, once again, that has to be at the regression of anybody else. So stop cooning, man. Stop cooning. Because when you black men that are in that uniform, that are sitting there serving America's bravest, when you got them and take that DD-214, yeah, you know what it is, because I got mine. When you take that DD-214 and you gracefully bow out and you have served your masters, you have done as they told you to do, you got you a nice good cheer honorable discharge like master gonna give you. When you take that motherfucker out, that also means you took that uniform off. Aside from Veterans Day, when you present them that card, which for some black men, it still don't work. I can show and tag you motherfuckers and post where black men was being denied their motherfucking service on Veterans Day. I don't respect you. They respect the motherfucking uniform that you in. They despise everything about you. And once you take that motherfucker off, they're no longer obligated to respect you. Come on, man. Tighten up. It was a brother doing the Black Wall Street. I mean, not Black Wall Street, doing Occupy Wall Street. He was sitting there calling out the police officers, telling them, you want to be tough, carry your ass over motherfucking seas. Where the real war at? Where motherfuckers shooting back? They couldn't touch him. Why? Because he had on that shield of protection, that motherfucking uniform with the medals on it, with them ribbons on it. But you see, if he was to not have that on, which he knew, that's why he went out there with it. If he was to not have that on, and he was a big black man yelling at the top of his lungs like that, fucked him up. They'd have put that nigga in his place. But when, as long as you got on their uniform, you wearing their shit, you okay in their book. Come on, man. Tighten up. Just hit the news. A dude was just sitting here being beaten while he was arrested. He served as a motherfucking corrections officer for 20 years. How many black men did he beat? He's sitting right there crying, telling his story. Because he already know, despite the beatings that he was giving to his people when he was wearing that uniform operating for their ass, they beat the shit out of him because he ain't have it on. Because they don't respect him. They respect the uniform. So again, to answer your question, I am racist. I do want to see my people do better. I do want to see my people rise to the top in every way, shape, form, and fashion, but it ain't the expense of nobody else. You got the game fucked up because you, like most people, is suffering from Stockholm syndrome, and you believe in all of the standards that are set by white people. And when white people set the standards for racism and how it is to be practiced, it's always at the regression of someone else. And you don't see us doing that. You see, when I say that black people need a revolution, I got you scared. You motherfuckers scared. And you white folk get scared when I say something like black people need to be revolutionaries. See, when I say that we need our 1776, which was when you all had your revolution, you get scared. Because you motherfuckers have your content of your character in a bad place. Our content of our character ain't in the same place as yours. So when we talk about having a revolution, it does not need to be a bloody one. We just saying we need a cultural revolution, a spiritual revolution, an economic revolution. But in order for us to have those things, we have to have a protection detail within our communities, because you have proven to us that you practice racism at the regression of others, meaning that any and everything that we built, you've destroyed at the, just to make sure that you can continue to maintain your status at the top of the motherfucking heap. Well, guess what? Every dog has his day, and your day is coming, white people. Your day is coming. We are going to have our revolution. We are going to have our 1776. Whether that needs to be done by blood or not, that's up to you. You can step out the motherfucking way and let us do what we need to do. Until you motherfucking coons who ain't with it, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Every single one of you that come my way, I don't care if you my brother, I don't care if you my sister, I don't care if you my father, my mother, I don't care who you are. You can be my best motherfucking friend. Hell, you can be my spouse, and if you are my spouse, you won't be my spouse for long. You can be whoever you want to be. I'm going to address you appropriately. To an extent, it depends on how much you cone it. Some of you black men out here have given children, have placed seeds inside of women. And you are not properly fit to be fathers. You are not the proper examples for what we need to be as men. You are motherfucking cowards, and you have no spine. And you are ashamed to us as a people, and you are ashamed to your motherfucking family. Y'all need to goddamn it step aside and let us real men stand up. Let us real leaders stand up. Let us real teachers stand up. Let us who understands that it is a time and it is necessary, and the time is now that it's necessary for us to be unapologetic and say exactly who we are. Be exactly who we are, because every other culture can do it. They don't respect us because they know that we don't have our own culture. We don't run our own culture. We don't run our own communities. We don't run shit. You don't see them running around telling motherfucking whoever that is that's sitting up underneath that 3/4 of cloth at that job she can't have her head wraps. Why? Because they respect culture. We don't have one. We have Stockholm Syndrome. We keep on trying to identify with our oppressors. Malcolm talked about people like y'all. We tried Martin's way. Martin Luther King way got us in the place that we're in now. See, if I have a business and you have a business, and we both say that we want to merge those businesses, but at the end of that merger, you own everything and I own everything and I own nothing, that wasn't a merger, that was a buyout. And we've been bought out, we've been bamboozled, we've been hoodwinked, and it's time for us to own shit again. It's time for us to get up out ourselves, get some balls about ourselves, and get our business. But again, in order for us to do that, we must be able to protect those businesses. So when you look at me, understand that you're looking at a racist. But again, it's not at the regression of no one else, because I don't condone in bigotry and I don't condone in hatred. But what I will do is call it out when I see it. And right now, the only people that I see practicing hatred all over this planet that has a proven history and a track record of practicing that hatred is white people. And then every piece of hatred that you see from black people is justified in the fashion that we have been motherfucking victims of the motherfucking oppression that you place upon us. If you weren't placing no oppression upon us, we would be a happy people. We would be a peaceful people. We would be the people that we were. The people who taught you how to look at the motherfucking stars and see what it is. We would teach you how to put motherfucking skyscrapers as long, now hold on, how to put fucking statues and things of that nature that are in complete concentricity with the fucking stars above. We've done these things prior to your entire fucking existence. We taught you how to do these things, and for what? For you to turn around and bite the hand that fed you, only to sit here and put a boot on our neck when we ask to get up off of us so we can feed ourselves? And then for you motherfucking black ass coons to come in my face and tell me that I can't call them out for what they do. Guess what? If the shoe fits, wear it, white people. If it don't apply, let it fly. I ain't talking to you. For black people who are cooning, it applies to you when I'm talking about coons. To those who it don't, let it fly. Stop speaking on shit that don't apply to you. Maintain your motherfucking lane and do your thing. And don't sit here and knock me when I do mine. Come on now. Tighten up, man. It ain't nothing but love that comes out of me. Love and truth. If there's ever a false statement that I say, call me out on that statement. But be specific when you call me out. Got the game fucked up. I'm proud to be a racist for my people. Not at the expense of nobody else, though. You got the game fucked up. Don't talk to me. Talk to them white folk. Take that goddamn uniform off, too.